So I'm going to try and teach you how to set up some Haltech.
Good luck.
Well, it's just the same as doing any other computer. Right. So I'm teaching Jason. Actually, I'm talking to Jason here, and you guys get to watch. And probably not going to edit it. It's probably just going to go out as it is today. It's Calvin and Jason. Put your head in the camera. There you go. Oh, there he goes. There he is. See, he's right there. So we wired up a Haltech for Bud the dog, because it's pretty normal for dogs to have a Haltech in their car. Bud drives a SC400 in the USA, which also we've got the loom going the wrong way, so it goes over to the right hand side instead of the left hand side. Alright, so this one's it's a 2500. We're using NSP, and we probably should change the vehicle information because it's no longer Ross's. So we're gonna I'll just change that. It's in here somewhere. The VIN is going to be Bud the dog. Hey, work.
Not that it matters because you can not. They're not getting this computer?
No, they're not getting that computer, but I am going to send the tune to him, because then he can load the tune in the USA into his computer. Oh, it makes sense? Yeah, see? We can do that sort of stuff these days. It's a 4-litre. So I'm actually starting with a reasonable tune here. It was going on a supercharged vehicle, so Bud the dog's loom. And Bud's actually got an owner called Rob. So either I say Bud or Rob. So I'm going to just adapt this tune. So it's one of our base tunes we started with. Came from the Zephyr. It's been modified, and it's closest because this one's running some R8 coils and other bits and pieces. And someone wants to talk to me. We'll talk to him another time. Right, so I've got the trigger system is normal. So that's all correct. Fuel system is the injectors. Now this one I set up for normal size injectors. I always have trouble finding the injector sizing, but it's the correct one anyway. What we need to change, we need to get rid of that drive-by-wire throttle. So it's going to have a bit of a freak out. So if I go into the drive-by-wire and the wiring, and I clear all those, it's not going to like me, and it's going to have some freakouts. Where did you put your TPS?
In the one of the drive-by-wire holes.
On the APS. So.
No, in the. I don't know. Where's the one diagram?
Over here. I don't know if this is the right one to start with, actually, because I had to swap some stuff around. This one. Oh, that's Adam and Link. Where your folder? I actually had to start with. It's the black folder.
The black folder?
Yeah, I bought you the black folder this morning, Jace.
Cool, I haven't seen the black folder. Are you sure you brought me the black folder?
No, I actually think because you've wired it like that diagram, I don't think I'm better to go back to the Zephyr one and start with the Zephyr one and take off the auto stuff. I think that's a much better idea. So I'm going to do that. So scrap that plan. I'm going to...
What card do you have?
This is it. Alright, so I'm going to find the file that suits this job. Import. I'm going to just don't care about any ones I've changed on this. I think they're on base maps. I think it's right at the bottom. This should give me the closest setup to the way Jace has wired it. And if I don't push transmission, it should bring it in without the transmission stuff, and then we just got to fix the problems. And it gives me a whole lot of codes, and I boot it. Still got to clear these off. Is your coolant temps plugged in?
Yeah.
Engine protection's turned on, fuel pump's turned on, drive-by-wire. We've got to turn that off. Idle control is on, but it needs to be allocated, and we should have a TPS on it. Boost control? Why is boost control turned on? It's not turned on anymore.
You got boost control here. You want a boost control? So I gave you boost control.
yeah, but we don't need it turned on.
But it's there.
Yes, we do have a boost control wire for it. Yep. Overboost cut.
I'm glad the alternator.
No. Thermofan, vehicle speed, drivetrain sensor, which we do want, but we don't have it here at the moment.
No. What's the red flashing?
That's when there's problems. So on a Haltech, up here, that's the reboot. So when you do a big change, it has to reboot it. Okay, so if you don't do that, things won't happen like they're meant to happen, but it brings you a warning up anyway. Wideband 2 sensor. Your air temp's up. And your coolant temp's up. We'll see where they are, eh?
Folder, look at this. Blue.
It's a blue folder, Chase. I was in the blue folder.
This see? Black t-shirt. Blue folder.
Thanks. So this is really...
This is the Outlaws one.
Turn it over. Manual? Haltech manual? Haltech manual. They should write it exactly to that, eh?
Maybe.
And is it on AVI 3? Air temp?
We got 4. See that? It doesn't.
Because they're all over the place. You struggle?
6, 5, 4, 3. Down here. Fielding. Maybe.
Did you not have enough to do fuel temp? No, that was another one. Go back to this one.
That looks more like the one I did.
That's more like the one you did, eh?
I think.
Yeah, this is what you did.
Nah, it wasn't that one, is it? It doesn't look familiar to me.
Have you got an air temp sensor plugged in? It is plugged in. because it's going to be on. No, this should be good. On number 7. With the pull up on.
Sweet now.
So it's better, eh?
Sure.
And then the coolant temp. Go to the wiring. Because I've imported from a 2500, it's not brought everything over like it should.
This is 2500.
Oh, sorry. Because I brought it from ESP to NSP, not everything's come over like it should. And that should be on AVI 8.
Just to play why use that. Use yellow, orange.
Oh, so I don't think we can change the colour of the wiring in the program here. Air temp and coolant temp are now correct. So and it's in red. We'll just turn that laterals, those G sensors and stuff off, eh? I leave the warning for the reboot on, so I can see it.
Is that a store?
That's kind of like its store, yeah. And then you've got your warnings over here for everything. And you've got these warnings of, oh, you've done something dumb. So what it's saying is you've got this function here turned on, but it's relating to something over here that so it's affecting multiple things.
Yeah. So trying to fire my car the other day with 2 fuel pump outputs.
Yeah, like trying to fire it up with 2 fuel pump. It doesn't work, Jace.
But it took me like 2 seconds to work that out though.
Probably because you've done that mistake before.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. The connection for injector power output is assigned to a non-existent port. I don't think I like that tune that I brought in. I probably should have brought a better one in. Or I probably should have started with Ross's and gone backwards.
Non-existent port.
Yeah.
Cool.
Doesn't tell me which one though.
It's not helpful. Was non-existent.
I don't know. It doesn't exist. Let's sort that problem too. I just double check the wiring against what we've got over there. Injector 1 A19, injector 2 A20, injector 3 A21,
Probably.
injector 4 A22.
Then just for fun, we'll just put 2 over here somewhere in the B block.
I'll just push the injector power output to off. That solved that problem. The injector wiring is in the correct place.
Cool. Oh, stepper motor's on one of the stepper motors.
Stepper motor's on one of the stepper motors.
I think it's on 31.
Stepper on 31.
I think so.
I need a firmware upgrade and that should sort this other problem.
Man, that's one efficient radiator.
Good.
see why you like using it on this laptop and not the little one. It's quite small.
Yeah, so I don't use my little laptop for the initial setup. It was okay with the ESP, but the NSP, it doesn't like my little laptop at all. Things are hidden.
Yeah, I noticed that with setting up the dash in my car with Dad's laptop. It just kept the. Oh no, with Ethan's laptop. No, Ethan's
do you have a spare Haltech dash lying around?
Spare one?
Like one we can use for setup? I suspect the dash is going to turn up, but the man's sending everything from Australia, but he's not going to send his ECU. So we're going to set his ECU up, just send the software. This is another job.
Mm.
But I think he might end up sending his dash over as well, so you got to wire his dash. Or I've got to wire his dash. I think you'll wire the engine and I'll wire the dash stuff. Because I'm getting the dash loom out of the vehicle.
Oh, well, if you need to use it.
Raid yours?
So mine. It's not like it's hard to get out.
That's right.
I've got everything on mine going to the high beam, but it's because the high beam drops the earth out. Drops power out, not in.
Yep.
And the Haltech dash doesn't like that.
Oh, yes.
Apparently. Well, there's not actually a switch. It actually switches on it does some trickery in the back of the dash.
Right, got it. Lateral G, it's still saying it's there, but I think I turned it off over here. No, I didn't. So basically you just work through all the little red bits. These are really good because you chase all the red bits. I do lots of rebooting, so I sort of do one problem at a time. Oh, I don't want that engine control relay either. Okay, where's that fuel pump? Fuel pump, DPO5.
Sure.
Just put it there. Goes to low. Perfect. Idle control, where's that? You think it's on a stepper?
Yes, on.
Oh, it's saying it's on a drive-by wire, so it's still got Ross's one in here mostly.
So I think it's on 31. Grey wire.
Back 2 wire. Frequency of like 120.
Sure.
And we better probably should be some wiring information here for it. Wiring. You think it's step
by step?
Step 1? Step 1.
Motherfucker.
You good now?
How do I turn the check engine light off?
How do I turn the check engine light off? Normally you don't have an engine check light after changing a radiator.
Nah, I don't. I was just teasing.
So
Plug what
I don't think it's wise to come and tease us.
Yeah, true.
Because we're going to tease you back way harder.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Well, if you did, just made the idle speed hum.
Oh, so the idle speed now hums? Cool. And where's the thermofan output? I don't need to clear it because it's not actually even assigned.
DPO4.
DPO4? Yeah, that's interesting. Why do I still have a read on idle speed? Oh, I know why. It'll have, in the functions, it'll have a dry by wire or something. Yeah, dry by wire's turned off. Idle speed's turned on. Do I have throttle position sensor turned on? Nope. Probably should turn that on, eh?
No.
Because it had dry by wire. And now we've got to assign that throttle position. That fixed our idle speed control, because idle speed control needs throttle position, which is over here, you see. So that's why it's got these faults, and see that they're starting to disappear. The errors are disappearing. So we started with lots, and then they just drop down. I think the O2 is in the can. And it's one of those boxes. Have we got a wideband plugin on my wiring bench? There should be a box. Is there a box on my bench with a wideband in it?
So plug it in.
Yeah, plug it in. I'm doing the TPS on Vvti 10. Shouldn't need. Yeah. No, it doesn't need the O2 sensors. There's a calibration on this, on the throttle position. So if you're looking at the voltages going in, if you go into the wiring section, if you want to do some diagnostics, it's right there. Just open the throttle. It didn't move. The voltage didn't change. Try again. No, so it doesn't need, because it actually puts the voltage, so we don't need a pull-up. So we've got two things: either that it's not on Vvti 10, or the calibration is weird.
Blue wire.
Just let me check it's not a calibration fault. Turn the fuel pressure on and oil pressure A.
Yeah.
Where is it? Is it on number 2? DPO 2? Oh, AVI 2, sorry. AVI 4, oil pressure. Pin 2, AVI 4.
Yeah.
And we probably need to put in a some warnings and stuff we can put in as well.
Insert a fuel gauge and this sort of shit now.
Yeah. So we've been working our way through this, and if you can see over here, this is sort of, we check each of these are pretty close. Oh, I just learned something. Look, tells me where it is. Oil pressures on AVI4.
I used to power over it. Hey, that's pretty cool.
It's kind of helpful, eh?
Yeah.
To find the calibration tables, you'll see here, here's the air temp, and it's got these drop downs. But this heading is a menu as well. Okay, so that's where you find your calibration for that part. What I was setting up was I'm fixing the oxygen sensor, and I've got to do the banks, and it won't allow me to put a second oxygen sensor on because I don't have 2 banks. So you actually have to put the cylinders on bank 1 and bank 2. I started with a really crap tune. That was not an ideal tune actually. And so that should allow me to confirm. Still don't know why we've got this one is the actual heading of the I'm trying to work too fast, and every now and then the Haltech says no.
There you go.
We're good now. So I've got this in red. Now it will allow me to have wideband bank 2. Let's go wideband or bank 1, and let's go wideband bank 2. I think that works. No, it's got to be wideband 1 and wideband 2. And we do that.
Still red.
It's still red. Can you just grab the 2 sensors and pop the tops off and plug them into that loom, and we'll see if we get some widebands. It really doesn't like it when I got it. Enable device. It's not actually picking up the device at the moment. Can you? I'm going to power it off. It's mommy. Back on.
Did I wire it correctly?
That could be the problem. It's possible, isn't it? You know, it's a low on the top and
yeah, on the top.
Low on the top, high on the bottom. It's got it. Done now. It just takes a moment to come up. Are they getting warm? Oh, they are getting warm. So it's showing it there. It's working like it should. I would like to have there's a little thing here. So you've got the little helpful hint here, and you can give some ideas. We're going to do some fault finding on what's going on with this, and we'll come back to you once we've found what we need to do, what we need to sort. Really simple. I had the O2 control on, which is like for narrowband, when it's got widebands through the CAN network.
Yep.
So with that fixed, it's connected, it's working, that's doing what it should. I'm happy now. I'm just disabled the device, and you can unplug that now. Just check it doesn't burn your hands, or check those sensors aren't hot. That's pretty much everything, Jace. We've got temperatures like we should. We've got oil pressures and those all done. We've got some idle speed numbers, I believe. I probably should actually look. Lukewarm. And I'm pretty sure that looks good. So this has got my boosted map in it. I didn't load the map that I wanted. So, but what I've done, so it won't matter for this particular job because this is the perfect NA map. And what I did is I just continued the numbers on, and then I put a correction in for pressure. No, I won't put a pressure correction in. I'll put a boost pressure correction in.
Right.
And then it basically between 0 kPa
Yep.
and 100 kPa, you'll need double the fuel. So instead of making the numbers double, I'll put a boost compensation table in that doubles the fuel in a boost compensation.
No.
Okay, and I think it's good. Here is my flow, and it should be the 240s. They're actually 250s. That's good. I'm happy, man. I'm really happy. We can make it go, eh? Cool. Vroom vroom.